Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of But Y'all Not Listening. So guys, last week you guys, a lot of you all reached out to me via email asking me about the steps for the AOB process. So even though tonight's episode was supposed to be about something else, I'm going to go ahead and talk about step one, which is achieving personal growth and development. So achieving that as an individual and as a business owner can be quite challenging for some people, but it's not as complicated as you guys think it is. Continuous learning is number one. You want to always stay committed to learning new skills and challenges, staying curious about obtaining knowledge you can do this through reading books, attending workshops. You can look in your local area, virtual shops. Online training courses are a really big deal right now. It's something easy, flexible, and self-paced. You can also seek out mentorship. That's what I talked about. Looking to someone that is kind of in your skill set or doing what your niche is, and looking to them for mentorship. But you ultimately have to set goals. Come up with some clear and specific goals for yourself. Break it down into smaller groups and steps so that you can kind of track your progress. A lot of y'all, and I'm gonna just keep it frank, you kind of open a business and kind of get the mentality that you made it, and really your ass ain't made it nowhere. You're still kind of in the beginning stages. You may have a website set up, but you're really not progressing. You're really not seeing growth from that, and you're wondering why. Well, I watched a video on how to set this up, or I watched a video on how to do this. Did you just do it that one time? Well, of course. There's no consistency. There's no continuous learning. There's no goal set. So that's where all that comes into play. And ask for feedback. That was something that I, within my first year of business, I really missed that. Wanting just feedback from mentors, colleagues, people just in my inner circle in regards to my growth. I'm going to just keep using that one word. In regards to my growth. If you're telling them that you're going to get something done by this time, follow up. Hey, check this out. Or if you've missed a deadline or something, include people in that process so that you can have some type of accountability. You can even go into product feedback, but we won't necessarily, because this is about you as the individual. You want to seek feedback on where you are in stepping forward with growing your business and getting it to the level of success that you want it to be. Challenging yourself. Your comfort zone is not a safe zone, it's a broke zone. And a lot of you guys are going to stay there because you don't want to challenge yourself. Helping out different individuals, just learn and grow beyond your current capabilities is something that is going to help you be able to develop the capabilities to really see from a customer perspective. Once you're able to see from that perspective, it'll be a whole different ballgame for you. So stepping out of your comfort zone, not being afraid to talk about what it is you're growing or selling within your business. Be confident about it. Be comfortable talking about it. Speak highly of what you're doing because it's within you. If people read that you don't really believe in it, then they're not going to believe in it. So you really have to get your confidence level up within your niche of what you're doing. And seeing from that view will help you as well. But the main thing about your personal development and growth is your network. Get out around strong, like-minded individuals. The people you've been hanging with are not the answer. Your family members are not the answer. And I will probably say this on every episode here. Get out into a network of support. People who are doing what you're trying to do. Not necessarily the same product base. But as far as wanting to grow, wanting to create generational wealth, wanting to break generational curses, that's ideally what entrepreneurship is. You're not someone that wants to be tied down to working for someone else all of your life and just having a retirement. You're ready to step outside of that. So get into a network. Find guidance and opportunities within that. You'll be able to connect with people by just getting out here networking and going to social events and things, going to seminars. And it's not even mainly about who you're going to see speak or listen to talk. It's the people in the crowd with you. Several of you guys are just looking to grow, looking to create a network of people that you can have that are trying to seek the same level of success as you and bounce ideas off of. Creative ideas, marketing ideas, people you can travel with to source inventory and things of that sort. Other business owner, a lot of my business friends do not sell what I sell. I'm pretty much the only one in my circle that sells what I sell, even though a lot of people sell products, if I could say it that way. So don't be afraid to get around people that make you uncomfortable or are doing something different from what you're doing, but you guys have the same goals in a line as far as success and where you're trying to grow with your brands. And I think people get that confused, and you shouldn't. Don't be afraid to hang out with somebody else that's not doing what you're doing, but they're in business. The model's the same. It doesn't matter what you're selling. The model is the same. So doing that and creating that network around you will help you stay positive and will help you learn how to reflect and evaluate yourself and your progress and your achievements. And then when you get around that circle, you won't feel that judged behavior that you haven't made it because you're comparing yourself to people who sell the same stuff you sell, and it becomes awkward and turn into a competition. That's why that network has to be a group of like-minded individuals, but it does not need to be a group of the same individuals. And that's something that's going to really help you grow, open your mind, and develop a different mindset and incorporating these practices just into your daily life or routine. Man, the level of growth you will succeed is far more in the business world than any college education could give you. And I'm talking from the perspective of a person who has a degree. Don't be afraid to step out of that comfort. To also commit it for a lifelong journey. Because technology changes, business strategies change, and you have to stay in the know. That's why when you go to your job, they have that training courses. They have those knowledge-based things that they're constantly updating because things change over time and you want to stay in the know. What happened? MySpace was it, then it became Facebook, then Instagram, then Twitter, then suddenly TikTok came up. Now TikTok then developed and grew so much, they got a shop. Now you got to put your products that you just figured out how to put on Instagram after spending all that time learning how to put on Facebook, plus your website. Now you got to get them on TikTok. You see how things are constantly changing and you have to stay in the know. And some people I know may be older when you're trying to do this, but keeping your mind sharp, continuous reading, seminars, online courses, including some younger people on your team will help you stay sharp and witty and up to date in times in regards to business. Your marketing strategies are going to have to change. And if you don't have the mindset to say, okay, we need to adapt to adjust to the market that we're currently in, you're just going to go under and you're going to be so crushed. And you're going to feel like all your time is wasted, and it does not need to be like that, because you're starting with the personal development and self-growth so that you won't take it personal when it's time to adapt and change in your business. You see what I'm saying? The next step, and this one is a tricky one. You want to invest in developing your leadership skills. And that's going to hit home for a lot of people, because that might not be your background, or you might not really understand leadership is not necessarily just bossing people around or just saying, I'm the boss, I'm the CEO. It doesn't work like that, honey. People will look at you and see, this motherfucker can't take me nowhere. How are they even running a business? You ever meet a CEO of a company and they're like a major company and you're like, who put him here? I could do this. People will say the same thing about you. And you're comparing your business to that one, and you might not even be on the same scale. So just imagine how it can affect your small business. Invest in developing your leadership skills. Attend workshops. I cannot say it enough. Download books on leading. Look for successful leaders. And not just, high value ones, but those who have, do not only benefit from the businesses, but their contributions to it. You see what I'm saying? That's what you wanted to develop. A leader is someone who is constantly expanding their mind. They're always trying to be that next step ahead. So you see how it's all circling around. People will see it. And that's it. We're going to hit a pause right there. People will see through your bullshit if you're not an effective leader. And you can tell when leadership is not great because there's constant turnaround in employees, or you will see someone who's really not trying to grow and expand their niche. They haven't got it. And I have witnessed this in my business coaching with a couple of clients. There's someone who already has it, but they don't really got it. They kind of know, but they're not willing to learn how. And that's not a smart move to make. You have to regularly review and adjust. And that's what leadership is, in a nutshell. If you're not willing to adjust, if you're not willing to take a risk, then you're just going to keep cycling around and not being where you want to be. It's not about leading a group or being in charge. It's not that. Sometimes you will say, you know what, I need to bring an expert in on this part because we don't really know. I don't really know logistics. I need to bring an expert in on this. And it's okay. You don't need to feel bad. You have the product. You have it all stockpiled in your house or in your storage or wherever you're trying to, wherever you have it at. You may have expanded into a warehouse, but you don't really know how the logistics of that operation. And these are just examples. This is not geared towards anyone specific, but these are just some examples for you guys. So don't take anything personal. But yes, some of this stuff is going to hit home. And that's what it is. We're having an intimate conversation about helping your business grow and develop, and understanding these AOBs is going to be your main focus. We just covered A tonight. I am going to take you all through all three so that you kind of know exactly what to do and have some tools to go by as you're growing and developing on. Just know that personal growth is a continuous journey. It's not something you're going to get in one night. It's not something you can accomplish in one night. It's going to require dedication, discipline, and the willingness to step outside of your comfort zone. And I put emphasis on that because staying within your comfort zone is what is going to crush you. And it might be something unintentional, but if you continuously do it, it is going to crush you and your business and your brand. Just keep investing in yourself the same way you're invested in your product and your niche and the time that you're putting into it. Keep investing in yourself, and you will become a very effective business owner, multi-business owner, because you'll have a new skill set now. Once you get this one going, it's going to self-automate itself. You'll be on to the next thing. You'll be able to achieve long-term success, and that is the goal. You want to create something you can pass on, even if you have a digital-based business. Create something you can pass on by constantly growing. And another note is these are not things that are based on your education level. So you don't need to be deterred by the level of education you have. As long as you're willing to grow and continue enhancing and leveling up and learning new things, you can be in rooms with people with PhDs, honey, and they won't know you don't have one. You see, it's not about that. So don't get caught up in that mindset, because some of you have. And it does not take all of that to learn how to operate a business and to make it grow successfully. It's about what you're putting into you and the time you're taking to understand what it is you're trying to do and how you can advance. So, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I know this one might have been a tough one, but as we go on, it will get easier. Remember, waist train, hydrate, and meditate. Thank y'all for tuning in.